After walking for a few days along the bank of River Godavari, the boy finally arrived in Shirdi and began to live under a neem tree on the outskirts of the village. There, he meditated with severe austerity for hours, unaffected by the scorching sun, heavy rains, or chilly winds. However, his peace was often interrupted by villagers who approached him out of curiosity or with critical remarks. While some mocked him as an eccentric, others began to sense an unusual spiritual aura surrounding him. To avoid constant disturbances, the boy started spending his days in the nearby forest, subsisting on wild fruits and roots, immersing himself in meditation alone. One day, a blind man sought refuge under a neem tree where the boy often seated. But before he could settle, a group of rowdies arrived, their laughter harsh and cruel. They taunted the blind man mercilessly, shoving him aside like an unwanted burden. The commotion broke the boy's meditation. Watching the blind man's plight, the boy's heart filled with compassion. Approaching him, the boy placed his hands over the blind man's eyes and concentrated deeply, channeling his divine energy. Unable to bear the agony of burning eyes, the blind man cried aloud and fainted. Moments later, he stirred, opening his eyes for the first time in years. A gasp escaped him as the world came into focus. Light, colors, and faces filled his vision. Overcome with emotion, tears streaming down his face,
I can see! I can see!
he exclaimed. With deep gratitude, the old man hugged the boy, thanking him for restoring his sight. The rowdies who had insulted the blind man were silenced, their mocking demeanor replaced by wonder. As the boy's reputation grew, another remarkable event shook the village. A few villagers became divinely possessed by the spirit of their deity, Lord Khandoba. In a trance-like state, they began panting heavily, emitting deep, guttural sounds that carried an otherworldly resonance. Desperate for answers about the boy, some villagers asked through the possessed,
Oh, Lord Khandoba, who is this boy? From where has he come? And what is his purpose here?
Through the possessed individuals, Khandoba's voice answered,
Go, fetch a hoe, and dig at the spot that I will show you. There you will find the answers you seek.
Following the instructions, the villagers gathered near the neem tree where the boy often meditated. Together, they struck blow after blow at the designated spot. To their amazement, an underground cell was revealed. Within it lay an enclosed stone chamber where 4 metal lamps burned steadily, undisturbed by time. The sight left the villagers in astonishment, and their curiosity about the boy only deepened. They turned to the boy, seeking answers. His face, as serene as ever, reflected no surprise at what had been revealed.
This is my guru's seat. Please, preserve it as it is.
The reverence in his voice and the weight of his request humbled the villagers. With bowed heads, they carefully restored the site, leaving it undisturbed as the boy had instructed. From that day onward, news of the boy's miraculous powers spread beyond Shirdi to neighboring villages. People suffering from various ailments began flocking to him, seeking his healing touch. The boy spent his days treating the sick, offering relief and comfort to all who came to him. But the constant disruptions made it increasingly difficult for him to meditate. One night, the boy silently left Shirdi, slipping away under the cover of darkness. With no words of farewell, he embarked on a wandering journey. In a quaint village called Dukhida of Aurangabad district, was surrounded by gently rolling hills and lush greenery. The boy rested on a large boulder, overlooking the charming landscape, dotted with fields of agriculture. His stillness seemed to draw the essence of nature itself into harmony around him. At the same time, a local Muslim named Chand Patil was frantically searching for his missing horse, Bijli. Exhausted and disheartened after hours of fruitless searching, he stumbled upon the boy resting by the pathway.
Hey, Chand, come here. You seem tired after searching for your horse, Bijli. Come, rest here for a while.
Chand Patil was utterly stunned. How could this stranger possibly know his name and about his missing horse? Hesitant but intrigued, he cautiously approached the boy. The boy then gestured toward a distant tree.
Your horse is grazing there. Go and see for yourself.
Skeptical yet curious, Chand Patil followed the direction the boy had indicated. To his amazement, he found Bijli peacefully grazing beneath the tree, just as the boy had said. Impressed and stirred with gratitude, Chand Patil eagerly returned with the horse to the boy, his heart swelling with reverence. As Chand engaged the boy in conversation, he couldn't help but feel humbled by the boy's calm demeanor and quiet power. During their exchange, the boy pulled out a smoking pipe and tobacco. Needing water and fire to prepare the pipe, the boy struck the rock with his sataka, and a jet of water gushed forth. Striking again, a small flame emerged. Using the water and fire, the boy prepared his pipe, took a few puffs, and offered it to Chand Patil. Dumbfounded, Chand was left speechless.
This is no ordinary person,
He thought.
I've met a saint, a sage.
Convinced of the boy's divine powers, Chand Patil bowed before him, marveled by the miraculous acts he had just witnessed. Eager to express his gratitude, Chand Patil invited the boy to sanctify his home with a visit. The boy, with his characteristic humility, agreed and accompanied Chand Patil to his village, staying with him for some time. Around this time, the nephew of Chand Patil's wife had come of a marriageable age and was engaged to be married to a bride from Shirdi, and the boy was invited to join the marriage party to Shirdi, the bride's village. Traveling in a convoy of bullock carts, the journey to Shirdi was peaceful and full of joy, with the boy's serene presence filling the air with an unspoken sense of divinity. When they finally reached Shirdi, the party halted near the Khandoba temple. As the marriage party disembarked and headed toward the bride's house, the boy stepped down from the cart last, walking with slow, deliberate steps. Once again, he stepped on the familiar ground of Shirdi. His eyes reflected a deep connection to this place, a feeling of both returning and beginning anew. Over at Lord Khandoba Temple, the temple priest, Malsapati, noticed the boy and was immediately struck by his extraordinary aura. Gulfed by a sense of reverence on seeing the young fakir, Malsapati came out of the temple and approached the boy with folded hands.
Aye Baba, aye Sai.